Welcome to Mountain Grove Panther basketball on your home of Panther sports, Big Country 99. As Mountain Grove Panthers go to round 2 of the blue and gold tournament, playing on the blue side of the bracket, where we'll see the number 1 seed Nixa here tonight. Had a win over Lebanon yesterday in what was a tight game. On the other side, Nixa was able to just cruise right past Reed Spring. And look down further the bracket. Fairgrove had a win over Aurora, Rogersville a win over Camdenton. So that game between Fairgrove and Rogersville will be right after this one. Expected to play that at 6:30. The winner of this one will play the winner of that one. Loser of this one will play the loser of that one, as the loser goes to bracket A. Either way, win or lose, you play at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Moose.
Yeah, just the winner plays over here, and whoever doesn't win will play in the Student Center.
Been some excitement today in the tournament here at the blue and gold. On the gold side of the bracket, Sparta with a big win over Greenwood in what I think was the dunk heard around the Ozarks. Is that what you would call that?
I would say so.
Lafferty had the dunk, but I think what was more impressive after the dunk, and he goes up, he gets back to go get the rebound.
It was before the dunk. He got the steal, which got them the tying point, and then he got the steal that got them the dunk with the go-ahead. Yeah,
and gets back after that to rebound the ball on the other side of the court.
Yes,
there.
That
so.
too.
Good hustle there, an exciting finish in this one between Sparta and Greenwood. So Sparta advances. Central cruised right past Ash Grove. So Sparta will play Central tomorrow. Central, the number 1 seed on that side. Sparta, a number 4 seed. And then to the other side of the bracket, Branson had a win over Ozark today, and they will advance on. Glendale, we watched that one kind of finish up as we were coming in here. And Glendale with a big win over Stratford. So it'll be Branson, Glendale tomorrow, and Sparta Central to see who ends up playing for a championship on the gold side of it. We're at the blue and gold tournament. Tonight we get to hang out at the Great Southern Bank Arena. As yesterday we started off over in the Hammond Student Center. I have the girls here with me. We walked over to the Hammond Student Center. I really like that gym still. This is a nice spot.
Yeah.
It's nice. Got a good media corner and stuff. It's big. And, still it's got the new smell to it seems like.
The new car smell.
The old gym's pretty cool next door. So
yeah, I'm sure there were some great moments in basketball and volleyball and Missouri State history over there.
No doubt about it. So, yeah, we walked over there a little while ago. We went down to the media room and stuff, and went over to check out the Hammond Student Center again as we were getting ready for this one. No game right before this. They allow that buffer in there, make sure everything starts on time here. They clear the place out, get it cleaned back up, shut down the concessions and everything, kind of reset everything, and then get ready to go for these 5 o'clock games.
Yeah, what did we have, about 70 minutes on the clock whenever we walked in to set up?
No,
so
like 85,
85,
I think.
something like that.
Yeah, we've been hanging out a while, all by ourselves in here. We're just sitting alone in the arena.
Terrible.
Yeah, just hanging out. Nixa got in early, though. We've watched them warm up for about, I'd say, an hour before our boys got here. They were in here getting warmed up, putting on a dunk show. As a very good team. They're a 1 seed. They've lost a few games this year. Of course, this is a team last year, and they've lost some kids, obviously, but I think they were 28-1 last year. They lost that district championship to Kickapoo, and was a really good district there. So really good Nixa team. They continue to just reload. Good program there. I liked that they come in here. They're showing their support for Logan Rogersville, who just had a young man pass away in a car accident. So back here tonight, and they're wearing their Logan Rogersville Strong shirts. So happy for them for doing that class act. And as they get in here, they get warmed up and ready to go. And you just got to get in. And I'm sure Coach Openshaw, Coach Benson's worked on this all night along with Coach Anderson, and they've tried to look for how they want to play this thing. And anytime you play Nixa, you're going to play a really good athletic group that can do everything well. When you watch these guys, they shoot well outside. They can drive on you. They rebound well. They've got a big 6'8" kid in the middle, and he's a full-grown man.
I was going to say putting.
And he's not a lanky 6'8"
no.
kid. He's a 6'8", 260 kid.
Yeah, he plays center.
Yes, and we watched him warm up here, and he could step, one step and go up and two-hand dunk it and all that good stuff. So that, impressive, but that's what you're going to get when you play these types of schools, and that's why you're in this kind of tournament. You want to see guys like this. You want to get out and play some schools that you're not familiar with. So good opportunity here tonight, play against a 1 seed.
Yeah,
and anything can happen when you get into these tournaments.
Well, and the good part about our kids is that if they've seen this kind of size before, you know what I'm saying? They've seen the 6'8" kids. They've seen how you defeat that and how you battle against that. They've seen good outside shooting. They know how to close with and protect against that. It's going to be a battle.
And Jackson Cantwell, he starts for him. He's at 6'8" and just a sophomore, by the way. Kid's still growing.
6'8", 260.
Kemp is a senior this year. I watched him. I thought he shot really well in the couple of games I watched coming into this one. Peters, Josh Peters, you're going to see him all over the place. He's another one. He's 6'4", a senior for them, wears the number 30. Really athletic kid, shoots the ball well, but just does everything pretty well. And that's what you're going to get with this group. And good opportunity, good test here for our boys coming into this one at the Great Southern Bank Arena. We're going to break away for a commercial break, but before I do that, I want to tell everybody, Moose, how can they watch it if they want to watch this game online?
Well, you can head over to the old YouTube these days. We're streaming it live to YouTube. Head over to it's Mountain Grove Panther Athletics on YouTube. Give them a follow over there. You can watch all the games live on YouTube. Now, we always drop the link on the Facebook page is what I'm trying to say. You can head over to MG Panther Sports, follow the link there, take you right to the broadcast.
I couldn't believe we got on YouTube. I thought when we went over there, they're going to start calling it GoobTube.
GoobTube, that's pretty much it.
It's lined up and going. Moose got it rolling there. Big thanks to Denver and Tim getting everything lined out as well, helping us out there. So get on over, check it out on YouTube. The link is up on the Facebook page, facebook.com/MG Panther Sports. Is Matt Brown texting yet? Do they have it up over there?
I have not heard anything from him.
We'll check with Matt and see if they have it. Mateo's, if you want to go out and grab dinner and watch the game tonight, we'll check with those guys. We're going to send it back to the studio. You're listening to Mountain Grove Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 98. Welcome back to Mountain Grove Panther basketball on your home of Panthers sports, Big Country 99. Starting lineups brought to you by Town & Country Insurance. Nixa Eagles will go Kemp, Cantwell, McKnight, Hines, Peters. Your Mountain Grove Panthers staying with their original starting five. They'll have Bradley Henry, Peyton Shannon, Gatlin Keelan, Brylan Mayberry, and Carson Allen. As Bradley goes to jump against a legit 6'8"er.
Hey, he almost got it.
Goes Nixa Eagle way, as that'll bring up with Kemp. Kemp from the far side, now kicks out to the freshman. Feeds it inside, shot up, off the glass, won't go. Tipped out, last touch by the Panthers. Ball stays with Nixa. Trying to feed the big man immediately.
That's how you defend it right there. Body up and don't let him have it.
Nixa looks to get this one in, floats it in. Little floater, shot up, won't go. This one tipped around and knocked off the back of Shannon, stays with Nixa. So Peters on the miss that time for Nixa. Starting a freshman in there as well, and McKnight. That's him right there. Pulls up on the floater. Shot is up and good. So the 6'4" freshman gets that one to go for Nixa, and the Panthers trail by 2. Henry brings it up. Goes to Brylan. Brylan works to the far side. Finds Gatlin Keeling. Keeling looks to his right. Goes to Bradley Henry at the top of the key. Henry looking to get around the senior. Kemp dumps it off to Brylan. That's off his chest and out of bounds. And the ball goes back to the Eagles. Not a team that you can have those unforced turnovers with. Got to take care of the basketball on this one as Kemp brings it up. Kemp looks to Peters from outside, works from the top. Now near side to McKnight. McKnight rolls to his right. Goes over to the big guy, Cantwell. Cantwell out there in some space. They weren't respecting his distance at all. Outside, pulls up on a 3. Shot up, won't go. Rebound comes away to Nixa. And it's up and good from McKnight. They lead it by 4.
There were 3 Panthers.
Gatlin Keeling. Keeling works from outside. On the 3, shot up. Takes a big bounce off the rim, won't go. Rebound comes away to McKnight. Gets this out to Peters. Brings it up and across. Peters works from the far side for Nixa. Looks to drive on the baseline. Pulls back. Kicks it outside to McKnight. Drives in. Floater off the right hand. Shot is up and good. The freshman has scored the first 6 points of the game for Nixa. And they lead it 6-0, 6:27 left. Coach Openshaw wants to take a timeout. As he takes time, we'll take time as well. We'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Basketball. Brylan Mayberry gets this one to go up off the backboard and good. Cuts the Panthers down to a 4-point deficit. Nixa quickly to the other side. Kicks it outside. Goes McKnight over to Kemp. Kemp rolls to his left. Dumps it off inside to Cantwell. Shot is up and good for the big man. Back to a 6-point ball game. Fading it to the other side, and they're saying McKnight threw it back off of Gatlin Keeling. Knocked that off Gatlin's leg, so ball goes back to Nixa. They're trying to get it to Gatlin on the other side in a hurry. Pretty impressive freshman here in Adam McKnight. Wearing the number 21. Scored 6 of the 8 points so far for Nixa to get this one started. This one tipped out by Gatlin Keeling. Ball stays with Nixa. Trailing 8-2, 5:40 left in the first. Our girls are playing back home. We'll try to get you a score update if anybody's got one of those texted in. They were playing Norwood and the State Farm Agent Stephen Gum tournament. Rolls to his right, pulls up, jumper at the free throw line. Shot rolls in and out. Cantwell's put back up, won't go. Rebound tipped around and comes out. Like the Panthers are going to come away with it, but a foul called. Eddie Duggar, the official, one of the officials in this one. So Cantwell called on his first foul. Bradley Henry brings this one up the floor for the Panthers. Crosses midcourt with it. Has Kemp in front of him. Works to his right. Gets around Kemp. Drives inside. Layup up and in as he goes around Cantwell. Score now 8-4. Kemp brings it to the other side. Crosses midcourt with it. Looks to the near side, goes out to McKnight. McKnight trying to get around Brylan Mayberry, kicks it outside, drives in on the baseline, pulls up on the jumper, shot up, won't go. Carson Allen with the rebound for the Panthers, goes to Bradley Henry, who looks to bring it up. Henry pushed it across, goes to Brylan Mayberry, nearly loses it. Down here in the corner, works back out. Drives to his left through traffic and foul called. And who are they putting that on? Looks like number 11 set to check in. That's Combs.
Peters.
Josh Peters, the senior, called on his first. Looks like Cantwell's going to check out. The big 6'8" kid. Carson Allen will check out with him as Sam Peterson comes in. They're going to bring in Combs. I'll watch Combs warm up, by the way.
So you can go ahead.
He put a couple alley-oops up before the game. Layup up won't go from Bradley. Rebound comes away to McKnight for Nixa to the other side. Looks over to Hines. Hines outside to McKnight. McKnight works from the near side, goes to his right, kicks it outside. Kemp for three. Shot is up, no good. Big bounce off the rim, and rebound's going to come away to Brylan Mayberry.
Ooh, what's the call?
And, Brylan, somebody's shoe came off. Maybe it's not Brylan's. That's Sam?
Sam Peterson's.
He left it down there, too. He's already at midcourt.
He was going, yep. He was headed that way.
Said, I don't need a shoe.
Hey, just an update for you. You can watch this at Mateo's right now. They are open. And
Matt's got it up and going.
That's right. A squared's closed today, so no A squared for you.
Get on over, see Matt and the crew at Mateo's right there on the square. Watch the game up on the big screen and enjoy some great food. To the other side with Brylan Mayberry. Slices through. Layup is blocked. Last touch by Nixa as it goes out. That was a freshman again, McKnight. Man, he's going to be a ball player. He is a ball player, but this kid is all over the place. Mayberry looks to get it in, and we have a foul called. Who are they putting it on?
2?
Or are they putting that on? Well, we don't have a 2.
I'm still waiting. 21.
McKnight. Just his first, gets it into Bradley Henry, who will then be fouled. I think that's going to be on Peters. If so, it's his second. 2 free throws on the way for Bradley Henry. That'll bring in Flint. Looks like Peters is about to check out. Free throws up and no good from Bradley. So Flint checks in, Peters checks out. Panthers have their starting 5 still on the floor together. Bradley Henry sets up, missed the first, sets up for his second. Second free throw up and good. It's a 3-point ball game. Nixa with the ball. They look to bring it up. Goes to Flint. Flint brings it across midcourt. Flint has Keeley in front of him. Looks over. Through some traffic. Now kicks it outside to Flint on the near side. Rolls it around. Outside. Puts up a 3. Good. It's money. And that's Combs.
Didn't seem to matter if he closed out on that or not.
Inside to Sam Peterson, who clears them out. Shot is up and good off the glass. Good job there by Sam. Had 2 of them closing in. Pulls that thing down, allows him to jump over the top of him and takes it in. This one taken away by Bradley Henry. Henry to the other side. He's got 2 of them. Layup up and no good. Missed it. Comes away to McKnight. McKnight to the other side for Nixa. Looks to the far side corner. Pulls up on a 3. Good. Somebody's going to have to get a hand in his face. That's Combs again.
I think there was a hand in his face.
Bradley Henry brings it across midcourt. Goes to Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry sets up from outside. Looks to go through. Goes to Gatlin. Gatlin back outside to Brylan. Gives a little fake there. Drives baseline and a foul called on the floor.
Yeah, I think Gatlin went flying across his face there with a hand out, but and before on the one before that, Henry had a hand in his face.
Kid can shoot. Shooting 2 free throws here for Brylan Mayberry. Panthers trailing at 14-7. They just called him McHenry.
Well, you know, Denny McHenry is here somewhere, I'm sure.
Free throws up and good. Kemp checks out. And now we have Flint and Flint both on. Randy Flint and Kavion Flint. Second one up and good. If you need to grab it, go ahead, man.
No, we're good.
to the other side as Flint brings it across. Looks to the far side. Goes to Combs. Another three. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry looking to throw it up the floor. This one tip. Brings it across midcourt. Stays with his dribble as he goes around the back. Now looks inside to Gatlin Keeling. Keeling turns around, goes high off the glass for it. Shot up, won't go. Combs gets the rebound, brings it back for Nixa. Crosses midcourt, goes around the back, looks to the near side. Now feeds it in, goes to McKnight. Won't go. Sam Peterson called for the foul. That's going to put McKnight at the free throw line. Panthers trail it by 5. Score here 14-9. McKnight sets up. First free throws up and no good. 2:40 left in the first. Destin Unger checks in as Gatlin Keeling goes to the bench. McKnight sets up for his second. Second free throw up and good. 6-point ball game. Panthers look to get it in. Go to Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry throws it back across the floor to Destin Unger. Unger going to have to get it up and across here. Goes to Shannon. They've got him trapped. He's picked up his dribble. Now trying to go to Unger, and a timeout is called by Coach O. Coach Opachal gets a timeout. 2:29 left in the first. Panthers trail at 15-9 as we send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Sports, Big Country 99. Foul called here at midcourt. So that's going to be on Flint. Free throws coming here for the Panthers. He fouled Mayberry on the inbound. So Brylan steps up to the free throw line. On the floor right now for the Panthers, Sam Peterson, Destin Unger, Brylan Mayberry, Bradley Henry, and Peyton Shannon.
Doesn't really seem like a 6-point game right now, does it?
No.
First probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes, it got kind of wild there for the Panthers, but
yeah,
they've cleaned it up quite a bit here in the towards the middle to end of the first.
Second free throw is also no good, missed both. Flint comes away with a rebound for Nixa, looks to push it up the floor, goes to McKnight. McKnight, layup up and good. Kid just glides. Shannon gets it in, Unger back to Shannon. Shannon looks to bring it up, goes back to Unger to Brylan. Throws it over to Shannon on the near side. Backs it out. He's looking to get this back over to Brylan Mayberry at midcourt. Rolls to the near side. 2:03 left here in the first. Panthers now trail it by 8. Peterson pulls up on a three. Good. So Sam makes it a 5-point ball game. To the other side, Randy Flint drives baseline, and a foul called on the baseline. Just the second team foul for the Panthers.
Foul on Mayberry is first.
Nixa looks to get this one in. Looks like Trace DeVries checking in. Peyton Shannon checks out. Floats it in, goes to Combs. Combs to the near side to Flint. Flint rolls to his right. Across the floor he goes. Pulls up on a three. Shot up, won't go. Rebound comes away to McKnight. Shot up, put back is up and good. McKnight is having a night. Bradley Henry to the other side. Layup up, won't go. McKnight with the rebound as he brings it back the other way. Tipped out by Peterson, then tipped by Mayberry as it goes out. Ball goes back to Nixa. Trailing by 7, score here 19-12, 1:26 left in the first. Combs looks to get it in, goes to McKnight. McKnight looks out to Combs. Combs sets his feet, fires a three. Shot is up, no good, leaves it short. Flint with the rebound. He goes back up, shot up, no good there. And then Henry goes up, gets the rebound. He'll be fouled. Now Bradley's coming to the other side to shoot free throws.
Lots of team fouls on the other side of the ball.
Henry steps up to the free throw line. First one up and good.
19-13 now. Brody Emery checking in.
The freshman getting on the floor. Brody checks in. Trailing by 6, 1:16 left here in the first. Free throw from Bradley's up and no good. Rebound comes away to McKnight. McKnight looks over to Flint. Flint brings it up the floor here for the Nixa Eagles. Flint to Flint here. Works from the far side. Has Emery in front of him. Works back to the baseline. The layup up won't go. Tipped and a foul called. 2 free throws on the way.
Yeah,
and that's going to be number 2 on Brylan Mayberry. Puts McKnight at the free throw line. As McKnight sets up. First one up and good. Sets up for a second. McKnight sets back up. Second free throws up and no good. Rebound comes away to Destin Unger. Unger looks to Henry. Henry brings it up the floor. Henry looks to drive into traffic, pulls back, looks inside and throws it away, trying to go to Destin Unger. A little high there.
I'm watching it through the camera. I was thinking that there was somebody else outside the frame he was throwing to.
Trailing by 7, Nixa brings it up the floor. Looks over to Combs. Combs outside. Finds Foster. Foster checked in for him. Looks back to Combs. Combs came in, knocked down a couple threes in this one. Goes to Flint. Flint looks out. Flint to Flint here. Puts up a 3. Shot up, in and out, won't go. That looked like it was last touch by McKnight as it goes out. Ball goes back to the Panthers. Need a good possession here. Get a good shot off. Mayberry brings it up the floor for the Panthers. Mayberry crosses midcourt, looks over to Bradley Henry. Henry to the other side. Brody Emery for 3. Good. Brody Emery knocks one down. To the other side with Flint. Down to 12 seconds left here in the first. Flint out to McKnight. McKnight at the top of the key. Starts a drive on Henry. Back over to Flint. Has Emery in front of him. Goes through traffic. Layup up. Won't go. Destin Unger with the rebound. And time expires. Panthers trail by 4. Scored 20-16 after 1. As we head to the second, we'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Sports, Big Country 99. Panthers with the basketball. Brylan gets it into Peyton. Back to Brylan. Brylan brings it across midcourt. Trailing by 4 with the basketball. Carson Allen's checked back in as they're going to kind of try to play the size there with him. McKnight steals this one as they were trying to go to Bradley Henry underneath the basket. To the other side. Now near side to Combs. Combs kicks it outside. Hines back into the game as well. He backs it out. Top of the key to McKnight. Far side as Kemp is also checked back in. Now to Combs. Feeds it inside to Cantwell. Gets Kemp a wide open look at 3. It's good. 7-point ball game. To the other side, layup up and good for Gatling Keeling.
Timeout called.
Nixa takes time. We'll take time as well. Trailing by 5, 7:18 left in the first half. We'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. 7:18 left in the first half. Panthers trail at 23-18. Kemp brings it up the floor for Nixa. Crosses midcourt, looks over to Combs on the far side. Outside to the big man. Now rolls it over to Hines on the near side. Looks out to the top to McKnight. Now back over to Cantwell. To Combs, top of the key. Puts up a three. Leaves that one a little short. Running down his own rebound. He gets there. Now outside to Kemp. Kemp, he gives a little head fake. Drives instead. Floater off the right hand is up and good. Panthers to the other side with Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry goes around the back and called for the travel. Trailing by 7 now, scored 25-18, 6:46 left in the first half. We're at the Blue and Gold Tournament, playing in the Great Southern Bank Arena on this one. We started off in the Hammond Student Center yesterday with a win over Lebanon. Kemp to the other side, goes to Combs. Combs works to his left, has it taken away by Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry all by himself for the layup, up and in.
So I'm going to get that one back.
Back to a 5-point game. Coach says, hey, do that again. Kemp to the other side, has Shannon in front of him, back over to Combs. Combs trying to work around a screen there for McKnight. Brylan able to cut through it. Now back over to McKnight, near side. Kemp loads up a three. Shot is up and good. It's nothing but net. The kid can shoot. To the other side, going to Gatling Keeling. Layup up and goaltending called.
Can't do that.
Wow. I'm telling you, can't do it. But when you can, why don't you? I mean, it's going to count either way, right?
Right.
So, McKnight just a freshman, and I've been impressed so far.
Oh, yeah, when you can jump up and touch the top of the square in the backboard.
Yep.
On a layup, that's pretty impressive.
6 minutes left here in the first half. Panthers trail it by 6. Kemp to the other side. Goes to McKnight, outside. Now through traffic, this one knocked out. Comes away to, well, back to Nixa. Dumps it off to Cantwell. Now taken away. Who wants it? McKnight wants it. He goes to the hole. Shot up, won't go. Gets his own rebound. Put back up, won't go, but fouled. And that's going to put McKnight at the free throw line. Opportunities missed right there. We had our hands on that ball several times.
I think maybe 30. Yeah, Carson Allen.
Carson picks up his first as McKnight sets up at the free throw line. First one up and good. McKnight sets up for his second. Second free throw's up and good. Shannon looks to get it in, goes to Bradley Henry, back to Shannon. Works to his left, goes to Gatling Keeling. Keeling picks up his dribble, finds Shannon, dumps it off to Carson Allen. Allen looks over to Shannon on the near side, and we get a foul away from the ball. We get a timeout. Coach O takes time. So he takes time. We'll take time as well. We'll send it back to the studio. You are listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. 5:29 left here in the first half. Panthers trailing it by 8. Score 30-22. Panthers look to inbound this one. Had some opportunities in this.
Yeah, the first quarter, we left a little bit on the table there. This could be a little bit closer.
And their length is getting to us. They're out rebounding us right now.
Yeah.
They're getting lots of offensive rebounds, some second, third chances down there around the bucket. Gets it into Shannon, who puts up a three, leaves that one a little short. Cantwell comes away with a rebound, gets it over to Kemp. To the other side to McKnight. McKnight looks to go the whole way. Layup up and a blocking foul called. Missed the layup. But 2 free throws on the way for McKnight.
30-22, Nixa leads. First on Keeling.
Which is good. Gatlin's been in a little bit of foul trouble this year, but McKnight sets up at the free throw line. 5:21 left in the second. First one's up and no good. Sets up for his second. Second free throw's up and good. To the other side here for the Panthers, now trailing by 9. Bradley Henry goes to Brylan Mayberry. Mayberry looks back over to Henry and throws this to Kemp instead.
Uh-oh.
To the other side with Foster. Layup up, no good. Foul called, and Nix is heading back to the free throw line. Those are some of those unforced turnovers right there.
Yeah. 3 team fouls now for the Panthers here.
Josh Peters set to check back in for Nix. It looks like Destin Unger getting ready to come in for the Panthers. Free throws up and good. Foster gets that one to go. Foster sets up for his second.
It's a switcheroo.
Yep. When they send Cantwell out, Carson goes and gets his breather. It's not that anybody can match up with him lengthwise, but
yeah.
Carson's the only one out there probably strong enough to try to move him.
I think
this one, no good.
With,
yeah, Sam could move him around, I think.
Yeah.
Was no good. Panthers with the rebound. Bradley Henry's layup up and in. So he gets an answer here for the Panthers. To the other side with Kemp for Nixa. Near side. Now back out to Kemp for 3. Leaves it short. Rebound tipped around. Comes away to Bradley Henry. Henry to the other side. Backs out his dribble here. Outside goes to Shannon. Shannon looks back over to Henry. Goes into some traffic here. Shot is up and good. Gets it to go as he goes around Hines for that one. Back to a 6-point ball game. Other side goes to Foster. Foster looks to McKnight. McKnight to his right. Top of the key now. Out to Peters. 3 is up. Won't go. Rebound comes away to Kemp. Now feeds it back outside. Pulls up on the long 2. It's up and good. And that was Hines.
Whistle. What's the whistle for?
It's on the Panthers.
What in the world happened? DeVries checks in.
DeVries checks in. Foul was called on Gatlin. It's his second.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see what happened.
Trailing by 8. Nixa with the basketball as they look to inbound underneath their own goal. Feeds it into Peters, outside to Kemp, loads up a 3, shot up, a little short, rebound comes away to Trace DeVries. DeVries gets it out to Shannon, over to Henry. Henry brings it up. Henry crosses midcourt with it. Stays with his dribble, goes to the hole, layup up, won't go. This one comes out and comes away to Foster. Foster to the other side for Nixa as he crosses midcourt, looks out to Peters. Peters to his right, taken away by Bradley Henry. He gets a steal, now brings it back the other way. Henry going the whole way with it, layup up, won't go. Gets another miss there at the rim and a foul called.
Man, it's going to be on Unger. He's over the back. Team 4th.
Got to finish around the rim.
14 fouls apiece. Or, I'm sorry, 14 fouls on the Panthers. None for Nixa here in the second.
Yeah, they have 4 timeouts left. That's what they have.
Yeah.
Kemp to the other side, goes out to Hines, pulls up on a 3, shot up, won't go. This one popped around. Last touch by Nix as it goes out. Looks like Peters had a piece of that one as it rolls out.
I think he just about jumped over the top of Destin Unger going after that one.
3 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the first half. Panthers trail at 34-26. To the other side with DeVries. DeVries brings it across midcourt, goes to Shannon. Shannon approaches the top of the key, now backs it out. They've checked in number 5, by the way. Shannon to his right. Now works back to his left, trying to go to Bradley Henry. Henry outside to Destin Unger. Unger to his right, and a foul called here on the floor.
That's on 5. We'll reach in on him from the backside there. It's kind of funny.
Meltebarger?
Is that what it is? Is that why you didn't say it? Let me see it.
Take a shot at it. Meltebarger.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. DeVries gets this into Shannon. Shannon works from outside. Shannon to his right. Looks like Brody Emery set to check in for the Panthers, by the way. Looks over, finds DeVries, and foul called. Who's this one on? Trying to see who he called it on.
0?
Kemp. First one on Kemp, second team foul for Nixa. Panthers trail it here 34-26. Nixa, the number 1 seed. Panthers come into this tournament unseeded. Started off by playing number 8 seed Lebanon yesterday. Was able to get the win over in the Hammond Student Center. Looks to get this in. Last touch by Nixa. Ball stays with the Panthers, trying to feed that into Bradley Henry.
We talked about that a little bit yesterday. When was the last time we won a first-round game in the tournament?
2017, when they won it, when they won the whole thing.
Yep.
Floats it in, goes to Bradley Henry. Henry drives in, looks outside, goes to Peterson, over to Shannon. Shannon had him up off his feet, steps in for a long 2. Shot up, won't go, tipped around, and comes away to Peters. To the other side with Kemp. Kemp through the lane, shot up high off the glass and good. Brody Emery did check in for the Panthers, by the way. Shannon brings it across. Shannon works from outside. Trailing by 10 now. This one now taken away by Kemp. He's all by himself. Layup up and in. 12-point ball game. Brody Emery brings it up and across midcourt. Looks over, far side, finds Sam Peterson. Peterson looks out to Peyton Shannon on the near side. Shannon to Trace DeVries, inside to Bradley Henry. Pulls it down low, now outside to Shannon, drives the baseline, looks a far side, goes to Sam, pulls up on a 3, it's good. Sam Peterson.
Money from the corner.
He's made 2 threes in this one now. It's a 9-point ball game. Nixa to the other side. Peters sets back, tries to load up a 3 of his own, shot up, won't go. Bradley Henry with a rebound. Down to 1:45 left, goes to Sam, outside to Trace, pulls up on a 3, good! Good feed there from Sam Peterson.
Gotta love it.
Down to Trace, and he drilled it. It's back to a 6-point ball game. Score here 38-32. To the other side, Kemp from outside, looks over. Top of the key, now rolls it over to his right, goes to Peters. Peters working around Sam Peterson. Outside Kemp all by himself, loads up a 3, leaves that one a little short, in and out. Comes away to Sam Peterson, goes to Brody Emery. Emery brings it up the floor as he's trying to get it across half court. Nearly had his pocket pick there. A lot of contact. Over to Bradley Henry. Down to 1:08 left here in the first half. Panthers trail it by 6. Henry pulls up on a long 2, shot up, won't go. Rebound comes away to Hines for Nixa. Quickly to the other side, goes to Kemp. Shot up, blocking foul called, shot counts, and one coming. Brody trying to get back and get those feet set. Coach O doesn't agree. He wanted the charge.
I'm not going to zoom in on him so you can see what he's saying.
You don't need to see it. You can imagine.
Yeah. He's giving the official what
He's
for over there.
He's talking to Duggar. He says,
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He says, don't I? Yeah.
And one coming for Kemp as he heads to the free throw line. Score now 40-32. 56 seconds left here in the first half. Free throws up and no good. Rebound comes away to Bradley Henry. Henry to the other side finds Brylan Mayberry. Layup up and no good, but a foul called. That's going to put Brylan at the free throw line for 2.
It just seems like we're getting one at every other end of the court now.
Yep. Second one called on Flint, by the way. That was Randy Flint, number 3, the sophomore.
In total, 18 fouls in 7 minutes here. Or 6 minutes, 10 seconds anyway.
Brylan's first one no good, leaves that one a little short. Destin Unger is set to check in. Unger comes in, Trace DeVries comes out. Sets up. Second free throw up and no good. Rebound comes away to Peyton Shannon. Outside to Peterson. Over to Bryland. Bryland to his left. Feeds it in to Unger. Off the glass. Missed the bunny. Shot up won't go. McKnight with the rebound. McKnight pulls that back. Goes over to Kemp. Kemp brings it across midcourt. Back to McKnight. Down to 32 seconds left in the first half. Score 40-32. McKnight works to his right, goes back to Kemp at midcourt. Kemp sets up, has Unger in front of him. Works back to his right. Down to 15 seconds left in the first half. It's an 8-point ball game. Kemp drives in, goes to the hole, layup up and good. Trying to go to Sam here. Sam pulls up on a three from the corner, won't go. Panthers trail it by 10 at the half. Score 42-32 as we send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Panthers trail Nixa, the number 1 seed here. 42-32 at the half. Moose, I really thought there was times in this where the Panthers had some opportunities they've missed. We've turned the ball over a little bit. We've missed some stuff around the rim, some things that you're used to seeing Bradley get to go. I mean, they're tough shots, but there are things we've become accustomed to seeing Bradley do around the rim, and we've had some of those shots just not go our way in this one. We've thrown a couple possessions away. But we've also had some pretty good perimeter shooting. Sam Peterson stepped in, knocked down a couple threes. The freshman, Brody Emery, comes off the bench, knocks down a three. So they've done well there. These guys are keying in on Bradley. They're trying to take that away from you and see who else can make a shot. So these guys need to take care of the basketball, get some good possessions. It's going to be tough to win this game in the 80s, so you got to find a way how you're going to get them stopped on the other side.
Yeah, it's the biggest. I really think the biggest thing is turnovers. If we could stop losing the ball, that would definitely put us in a better position in this one. It doesn't feel like it's been a 10-point game.
Yeah,
at all.
Well, and we were constantly there, 5 to 6 points on the difference. And how are you guys? You got Caden and Zach Richardson up here with us now. As we were right there, within striking distance. Yes. It felt like, and 10 does feel like a lot when you see this Nixa team play because. They put a lot of athleticism out there. They just keep throwing kids. They've played 10 kids in this one, and they all run the floor really well. These guys, see if you keep pressure on. The big kid, the big 6'8" kid, Carson's done a good job, I think, matching up with him. Yeah. I mean, he's got his a little bit, but he's really not played a ton.
Just mostly a non-factor, though.
The one that's been tough to stop in this one, I thought, is number 21, McKnight. They've got to figure out what they're going to do there. I think Brylan has done the best job on him so far. Looked like he had a hard time getting around Brylan. Brylan took one from him, took it back the other way, and laid that thing in. So there's been some opportunities missed.
Rebounds on the defensive end. I want to touch on that before we get done with the halftime report here. We've got to do a better job on the defensive end, cleaning up the glass.
Brody trying to call there. Yeah. He must be hanging out with his brother Connor in
there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some opportunities here. These guys just got to take better care of the basketball. Bradley really hasn't got hot shooting yet. They've keyed in on him. They made the night tough on Bradley, but he's been
able to take it off the dribble and score that way.
Well, and he's rebounded well. He's taken a couple out of the lane and been able to make a difference. So these guys
can't give a team like Nixa that shoots so well from the perimeter 3 and 4 opportunities, especially from right around the bucket. You know what I mean? I've seen kids turn around and run the other way.
That's been us several times this year. We can't be giving up all those offensive rebounds. When they have those 3rd and 4th opportunities down there with a team like this, they're going to get a shot to go.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to take care of that, try to keep these guys off the rim. But easier said than done. This is a good basketball team you're playing.
Yeah, it's easier for us to say it from up here.
No doubt. Yeah, it's definitely a lot easier from up here than it is down there. I thought Sam has played well, though. I thought, Gatlin's had his moments here where he's looked pretty good as well and been able to get back down the floor and getting his hand on some balls. They've found a way to get through some of that press when they decided to kind of get up on you a little bit. We've worked our way through that, and they're just going to have to keep working through it. Need a couple big shots to go your way and put you right back in this thing. And it's just a 10-point game, but defensively is, I think, where it's really got to come together. We got to find a way to keep them away from the rim somehow. I don't know, what Coach O's got ready for them in the second half, but they've scored 42 here in this first half. This game gets into the 80s. It just doesn't feel like you got much of a shot at it. So we need to have one of these quarters go our way to where they're not out here putting up 20, 22 in a quarter.
Well, you need to continue to drive and continue to make them commit fouls. I mean, we did a good job of that in the first half, I believe. Lots of team fouls there in the first half. For Nixa, they actually had more team fouls than we did, which is good for us. Like I said, just keep getting them to commit fouls. And, we got to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to us.
Absolutely. A couple minutes left till we get to the second half, trailing 42-32 at the half. We'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We're underway in the second half here. Goes outside to Peters, pulls up on a three, shot up, a little short, rebound comes away to the Panthers. Gatlin Keeling had that one tipped out to him, feeds it to Brylan Mayberry. Layup up, won't go. Peters with the rebound for Nixa. To the other side with Kemp, got to get over and knock that back. Looks to the near side to Hines. Hines pulls up on the jumper, shot up, won't go. The big man with the rebound, putback's up and good. That's Cantwell with the rebound and the putback, big 6'8" kid. To the other side now, Bradley Henry as he crosses midcourt for the Panthers, trailing by 12. Ties the largest deficit the Panthers have had. Henry goes to the hole, shot up, won't go. Think Cantwell got a piece of that one, comes away to Kemp. Kemp to the other side, now feeds it outside, goes to Hines on a long two, shot is up and good. Hines has come out and knocked down a shot. Trailing by 14 now for the Panthers as Mayberry brings it up and across midcourt. Mayberry from the top of the key goes to Bradley Henry. Layup up, won't go. Kemp comes away with the ball. Kemp to the other side. This one tipped out by Gatlin Keeling. Can Keeling come away with it? He does. Gets it back to Shannon. Shannon to the other side. Finds Carson Allen over to Mayberry. Mayberry goes around one. Fakes it one way. Goes off the glass. Shot up and in. And Mayberry gets an answer going for the Panthers. Now trailing by 12. 6:45 left in the third. Kemp brings it up the floor for Nixa. Crosses midcourt, looks to the near side. Goes to Hines. Hines looks in, goes out, finds McNair. Saying he got a piece of Gatlin as that was tipped out. Shot was initially blocked by Cantwell as Mayberry was going to the hole. Kemp brings it up the floor, crosses midcourt, looks out, finds Peters. Peters looks over to McKnight. McKnight feeds it inside to Cantwell. Cantwell shot up off the glass and good as he goes around Carson Allen. To the other side as Bradley Henry brings it up and across midcourt. Henry to his right, trying to get around Kemp. Backs it out, looks to the corner, goes to Shannon, outside to Mayberry, over to Henry. Henry looks in, finds Carson. Carson out to Shannon for three, won't go. Rebound comes away to Gatlin Keeling. Floater off the right hand, shot up, won't go. This one tipped out, comes away to Hines, goes to Kemp. Kemp brings it up and across the floor. Kemp works to his left, slicing through and throws this away. Floats it over his bench. And that's a turnover for Kemp and the Nixa Eagles.
Was watching it on the screen. Was like, what just happened?
Comes to the other side with Bradley Henry. Crosses midcourt. As we set, Panthers going from right to left on the radio dial. Henry to his left. Goes to Mayberry. Mayberry working to his right. Now works from outside. Top of the key. Looks to the near side. Finds Gatlin Keeling. Keeling works with McKnight in front of him. And a 5:15 left in the third. Trying to feed this in between some legs. Finds Mayberry somehow. Goes off the right hand. Layup up, won't go. This one last touch by Carson as he throws it back in. Gets it into Kemp though. To the other side. Goes to Hines. Sets his feet. Fires a three. Shot is up. It's nothing but net. And now down by 17. Bradley Henry to the other side. Panthers really need an answer here. Layup is up and in. 15-point ball game as Kemp brings it up the floor. Kemp crosses midcourt, looks to the near side. Works to his right, now looks back out, finds Kemp for three. Bounce off the rim, rebound comes away to Gatlin Keeling. Keeling brings it up and across midcourt. Keeling works to the baseline, pulls up on two, shot is up, won't go. Kemp with the rebound. Just shot that over the rim to the other side with Hines, layup up and in. Nixa answers back in a hurry. Set to check in, Sam Peterson and Destin Unger. Looks like Combs and Foster set to check in for Nixa. Mayberry looks to get that out, and last touch, they say, by Kemp as it goes out. Trying to go to Bradley Henry. Score now 53-36, 4 minutes left in the third. Gets it into Shannon. Shannon works to his left from the top. Pass it over to Brylan Mayberry, trying to get around Hines, and a foul called. Going to call Hines here.
It's going to be on Nixa.
I believe that's on number 23, Hines.
You are correct, sir.
His first foul. Bradley Henry back in, shot up, off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes away to Nixa. Peters comes away with it, works it up the floor. Looks over to the corner, drives into some traffic. That's Hines, layup up and in.
Ooh.
19-point ball game now as Unger brings it up. Panthers go to Henry. Looks into Unger. This one's off Unger's knee, and a timeout called. I give that to Coach O. So he takes time. We'll take time as well. We'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Sports on your home of Panther Sports Big Country 99. Sorry, I was checking out the video of the Glendale kid knocking down 9 threes, by the way, in that game against Stratford. We got to watch the end of that one. They look good. Score here, 55-36. Panthers trailing by 19. Their largest deficit in this one gets us into Shannon. Shannon looks over to Mayberry. Mayberry working from outside, pulls up on a three. Shot is up and good. Needed that one big time. To the other side with Foster. Foster looks to the far side corner. Wide open three for Peters to answer back, and he does. Goes Bradley Henry. Henry brings it up the floor, crosses midcourt with it. Henry looks to his right. Now goes around one. Goes to Sam Peterson. Far side to Mayberry. Mayberry looks to drive. Trying to get around one, and last touch by Nixa as he goes out. Emory checks in, number 4, Cantwell, big fella, checking back in. Checking to see if he would try to put Carson back in to match up with Cantwell. He did not. Goes to Henry, over to Mayberry. Mayberry faked like he was going to go for the three, and a double dribble called. Score here, 58-39, 2:46 left in the third. Foster brings it up here for the Eagles, brings it across midcourt. Works to the near side.
Yeah, kid trying to body Sam.
Yeah.
He said, get off me.
Outside, Combs for three. Shot up, won't go. Rebound goes back to Nixa, though. Hines misses the jumper. This one tipped around. Comes away to Peyton Shannon, over to Bradley Henry. Henry with a spin, loses the dribble. Comes away to Foster to the other side now. Peterson trying to come back and knock that thing away. Far side, Peters for three, good.
He's 3 for 3.
To the other side, now taken away by Peters. Goes to Cantwell, back to Foster. Foster brings it across midcourt. It's a 22-point game. Combs just made it a 24-point game as he knocks down a three. Brody Emery brings it up and across midcourt. Goes to Bradley Henry. Henry feeds it into Peterson, outside to Mayberry. Mayberry drives through some traffic. Layup up, won't go. Foul called.
Blocking.
That's going to be called on Combs.
Second team foul here in the third for Nixa. We have none.
Yep, been good. Mayberry sets up at the free throw line. 2 free throws on the way for him. Second foul on Combs. First free throws up and good.
Start time tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, no matter what.
Yep.
Whether you win or lose just depends on which gym you play in.
Free throw on the second one is up and good.
Trace is checking in. Who's going out?
Brylan Mayberry checks out as DeVries comes in. Score here 64-41. Panthers trailing to Nixa. This was a 10-point halftime score. 10-point deficit for the Panthers. Looks into Cantwell. Cantwell now kicks it out, now to the near side to Combs for three. Shot up off the front of the rim, won't go. Carson Allen with the rebound, goes to Bradley Henry. Henry brings it up the floor. Goes to Brody Emery. Emery feeds it inside, goes to Carson. Carson shot up off the glass and good. So he goes over Cantwell. I like it.
Said, let me show you something.
To the other side, goes to Peters. Peters outside to Foster, now to Hines, to Combs, feeds it inside. Cantwell outside, goes back to Peters, now back over to Cantwell. Goes on the drive, shot up and over Carson. To the other side goes Bradley Henry. Henry through traffic. Goes around one, layup is blocked by Peters.
Peters the menace.
It's all over. He got him some early foul trouble. He said a lot of that first half.
Yeah, maybe that's why the freshman was so good in the first half.
Gets it in, goes to Carson. Carson looks out to Bradley. Back into Carson. Carson looks to go to Trace. Outside to Brody. Brody drives in, pulls up on the jumper. Shot up, won't go. Cantwell with a rebound for Nixa. Gets it over to Foster. Foster brings it up the floor. Crosses midcourt down to 36 seconds left here in the third. Looks out to Peters. Top of the key to Combs. Combs to his left, hands it off to Foster. Foster looks to the near side to Peters. Panthers trail it by 23. Nixa came out here in the third and flexed a little bit. It's a 10-point halftime deficit for the Panthers.
Well, you had Peters out there stroking threes.
Looks over, foul called.
Had 3 in a row there. 3 trips down the court. Well, he hit 2 back-to-back, and then on another trip, possession or 2 later, buried another one.
Foul on the floor was called on Bradley Henry, his first. Looks into Cantwell. Cantwell pulls up on the jumper. Shot is up and good. Gets it into Bradley. Bradley throws it down the floor, and time expires. And the third, trailing by 25, scores 68-43. So we'll send it back to the studio. You're listening to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Goes Carson Allen here. Now it goes to Trace DeVries. DeVries worked from the near side corner and taken away by Kemp. Kemp was able to take that out of his hands and throw it off his legs. Ball goes to Nixa.
Another one that's been an outside shooting menace in that last quarter there was Kemp.
Yeah. Well, and I'd kind of seen some of that coming into this one when he got things going. Panthers take it away here. Shannon works it up. Finds Brody Emery. Emery stepped out.
Hey, J.P. Dickey getting in.
J.P. getting in.
Kale's in there, too.
Kale check in, too?
Nah, Kale checked in.
Oh,
he's wearing 44.
Okay.
That's funny. Like, J.P., you shrunk.
Gets it in, goes out to Kemp. Kemp through traffic, dumps it off to McKnight. Throws it to the other side to Flint. Flint across the floor, 24 wide open over here. He misses the three. Tipped around, ball comes away to Flint, works back to the hole, layup up and good. 24, by the way, is Vincent. To the other side, Bradley Henry looks out, trying to go to Brody Emery. Last touch by Kemp as it goes out. Ball goes back to the Panthers, who now trail by 27. Score here 70-43. Brody gets this one in, goes to Kale. Kale works back over to Brody. This one tipped out. Last touch by Nixa. A couple freshmen on the floor right now for the Panthers. Big moment here for Kale Gardner and Brody Emery both. couple kids you're going to depend a lot on next year. There's a lot of seniors on this team for the Panthers.
Those two have a lot of playing time together as well.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
Gets it into Kale. Kale works to the near side. That uniform just swallowing Kale. Bradley works in, goes to the hole, layup up, won't go, tipped up, and won't go here either. Comes away to Nixa, gets it out to Kemp to the other side. Now goes to Vincent. Vincent from the far side corner, works it across the floor to Flint. Flint's three's up and money. Makes this a 30-point ball game. Brody Emery brings it up the floor, works from the top, loses his dribble. Now kicked around, and who's going to come away with it? Looks like Vincent will come away with it. McKnight had a shot at it. Vincent backs it out, now looks across the floor for the Panthers. Trying to throw it up and across the floor and then take it away by number 24, Wyatt Vincent. Inside, outside, now goes back to McKnight, who will be fouled at the rim. 2 free throws on the way. As McKnight sets up at the free throw line. Second foul called on Brody. Sam Peterson set to check in. Trace DeVries set to check in as well. First free throw's up and good. Carson Allen checks out. Who's coming out? Bradley Henry coming out as well. Sets up, free throw up and good as he's good at both. We'll now have one check in here for Nixa, number 33. I don't have him on my roster. So 33 he is.
33 he is.
Brody Emery brings it up the floor as he crosses midcourt with it. Panthers trailing by 31. Looks to Cale Gardner, shot up and good. He got his money's worth out of the rim that time.
There you go, rolled all the way around it.
Cale gets that one to go. Nixa brings it back the other way. Goes to the far side to 33, loads up a 3. Shot is up and good. Lewis, they said.
Kevon.
As Lewis gets that one to go. Score here 77-45. This one tipped out. Comes away to Nixa. To the other side, goes to Vincent, layup up and in.
I think he may have took one or two extra steps there.
Brody Emery brings it back the other way, crosses midcourt with it. Now kicks it out to Trace DeVries. DeVries inside, outside, goes to Peterson, over to Shannon. Shannon steps back on a long 2, shot up, won't go. Rebound comes away to Nixa. Down to 5 minutes left in this one. Score here 79-45. Lewis drives to the hole, shot up, won't go. Sam Peterson with the rebound, gets it back to Brody Emery, who then has it taken away by Vincent. Vincent looks out, finds Flint, layup up, won't go. Rebound goes back to Nixa. Shot put back up, won't go. Gets another offensive rebound, put back, won't go. And then this rebound comes away to Sam Peterson. Gets it back to Brody Emery. Emery brings it up and across midcourt. Finds Cale Gardner. Gardner on the near side. Gardner looks to his right, goes to Trace. Far side, Shannon for 3. Leaves that one short. Rebound comes away to Nixa. Flint goes to Lewis. Lewis to the other side, and travel call. Trace just kind of ran out in front of him there, and he stumbled.
Oh, it was kind of funny.
4:09 left in this one. Panthers trail at 79-45. Out. Goes to Anderson, who's checked in through traffic. Shot up off the glass, won't go. And Anderson has been fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, we
2
got
free throws on the way.
It's pretty much the JV squad in there except for Sam and Brody then. Who else? DeVries is in there too, isn't he?
Yep. Free throws up and good for Anderson. Sets up on his second. Second free throws up and in and out. Won't go. Last touch by Nixa as that one goes out. Ball stays with the Panthers. Brody looks to get this one in for the Panthers. Goes to Trace. Trace on the near side. Trace works to his right through traffic. Kicks it out. Goes to Sam. Sam steps back, shoots a three. Shot is up, in and out, won't go. Kel Gardner with the rebound, kicks it out to Brody Emery. Emery looks to work to the baseline, loses dribble, goes out. Last touch by Brody. Ball goes back to Nixa.
So we did learn something the other night.
What's that?
We were at the girls' game, and the turbo clock. You get up by a certain amount, and it should start running. Well, it doesn't start until the fourth quarter.
There you go.
In basketball.
Lewis works from outside. Over to Vincent, near side to Flint. Now Flint to Flint here, goes in, now dumps it off inside, shot up, won't go. This one tipped out, comes away to Lewis for Nixa. Outside to Flint, loads up a three, shot is up and good.
Yeah, old Brush was ready to start yelling at the timekeeper when Coach Hyde texted him in. It's like, hey, the rules in basketball are different. He was like, oh.
Goes over to Peterson. Peterson from the top, outside of DeVries. DeVries back out to Sam. Loads up a three from the top of the key. In and out, won't go. Rebound comes away to Nixas. Flint pulls that down to the other side. Had him waiting underneath the basket. Shot is up and good.
You know how it is when you're down there at Dora up on the ledge, and there was probably about 10 people in the gym at the time, and he keeps on, hey, the clock's supposed to be.
Brody Emery gets that shot to go. To the other side. They'll answer right back. Nope, missed it. Thought Vincent had that one. Anderson with the rebound. To the other side goes to Sam Peterson. Peterson kicks it out, goes to Kel Gardner. Over to Brody, loads up a three. Shot is up, misses it. Rebound comes away to Anderson. Putbacks up and good.
Brady Anderson with a couple.
84-50 now. Down to 1:10 left in the game. To Vincent. Vincent for three. In and out, won't go. Brody Emery with the rebound. As Emery pulls that down, brings it up the floor here for the Panthers. Looks at the near side, taken away by Flint as he was trying to go to Sam Peterson. Flint to Lewis, shot up, missed it. Bottom of the rim got him to the other side, feeds it in to Trace DeVries. DeVries has this one knocked out of his hands, comes away to Flint, back to the other side, 46 seconds left. Goes to Vincent, and 2 free throws on the way.
Sam Peterson said, not today, buddy.
Sam says, not going to give you the bunny.
No dunks for you.
Score here 84-50, so take a look at tomorrow. Panthers will be playing in the Hammond Student Center, and they will play the loser of the Fairgrove-Rogersville game. That game's set to start right after this one at 6:30. We've had some battles over the years with Fairgrove. Free throw up and good. Makes both of them. Gets it in down to 3, 2, 1, and goes final. Panthers fall in this one, a final score 86-50 to the number 1 seed Nixa Eagles. And a game that was a 10-point game at the half. Thought the Panthers played a really good first half. Couldn't get it going in the second half as Nixa just pulls away with good perimeter shooting. Thought they shot lights out there in the third.
They made the first 2 trips down the floor. They scored, and then they were lights out from outside after that, and we were having trouble getting anything to fall, and it just kind of got away from us.
Next one coming up here will be Fairgrove and Rogersville. The Panthers will play the loser of that one at 7 p.m. tomorrow in the Hammond Student Center. We'll have that broadcast up and going for you over in the Hammond Student Center, so don't miss out on that. We'll have it back on the YouTube page, but also want to tell folks, of course, the girls' tournament's going. I don't have a final score on the girls. I was hoping somebody would text that into us, but I don't have a final score on what happened with the girls and Norwood. So we'll check on it and see what we've got going there, because if there's a possibility we can get both games in tomorrow, do what we can to make that happen. This one goes final. Panthers fall to Nixa. We're going to keep it right here. Stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Ed's Towing Garage and U-Haul. We'll have Coach O coming up here in just a minute, so don't miss out on that. As we'll send it back to the studio, say thank you to some sponsors for making the broadcast possible. You've been listening to Mountain Grove Panther Basketball on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99.